The movie Forrest Gump, winner of 6 Academy Awards, follows the character of Forrest Gump from the most exciting and adventurous to the sentimental and heartwarming times in his life. Robert Zemeckis uses Forrest Gump as a narrator to frame his life and show how being resilient can turn the seemingly worst situations into positive experiences. In the opening scene, the camera follows a feather blowing in the wind. Zemeckis uses the feather as a metaphor for the unexpected turns life can take. Tom Hanks claims that our destiny is only defined by how we deal with the chance elements to our life, and that is the significance of the feather. It unexplainably lands at Forrest's feet, and the story of his life begins. As a young boy, Forrest had to wear braces on his legs. Others immediately judged Forrest for being different, and he often suffered from bullying from his classmates. However, when Elvis Presley boards in his house, Forrest's unique dancing inspires Elvis's famous dance. If he had shied away from dancing, Elvis would not have created the twitch. Zemeckis uses the scene to show that because Forrest freely danced in front of Elvis without embarrassment, he rises above his disability.
I started moving around to the music, swinging my hips. This one night, me and Mama was out shopping, and we walked right by Benson's Furniture and Appliance store. And guess what?
You ain't nothing but
In the scene, Forrest's narrations allow the audience to understand how Forrest enjoyed himself rather than worrying about how he looked. Later in his life, when Forrest serves in the Vietnam War, his platoon becomes under a surprise attack. Forrest heroically takes many trips into the jungle to save his friends. Instead of panicking during this terrifying situation, Forrest instinctively focuses on helping others. Zemeckis intensifies the scene with loud sound effects to heighten the suspense of battle. Because Lieutenant Dan believed it was his destiny to die in the war, he resents Forrest for rescuing him and blames Forrest for his life and his double leg amputation. As Forrest's first mate on the shrimping boat, Lieutenant Dan comes to accept his new life and disability.
I never thanked you for saving my life.
In this scene, Zemeckis uses sentimental music to emphasize Lieutenant Dan's sincerity and newfound peace. Also, the camera gradually widens the shot to mirror Lieutenant Dan's open-mindedness and wide range of opportunities.
He never actually said so, but I think he made his peace with God.
Actor Gary Sinise believes that Lieutenant Dan's story is very special because he is resilient and strong in the end. Zemeckis shows that once Lieutenant Dan accepts his new destiny, he is able to turn his life around and enjoy it.
Hello, Forrest.
Throughout the entire movie, Forrest loves Jenny and wants to be in a relationship with her. Yet time and time again, she dismisses his affections for her, but it does not sway Forrest's efforts. However, she finally finds Forrest, introducing him to their young son. She and Forrest get married, but soon after, Jenny dies due to an incurable virus. Although Forrest always believed his destiny would include Jenny, he now sees that instead it will include their son. It was heartbreaking to Forrest for Jenny to die, but he continues to find his new destiny with little Forrest and chooses to be resilient and strong for his son. In this scene, Forrest explains to Jenny's grave his interpretation of life and destiny. Zemeckis uses this narration to emphasize how life is out of human control, and the only way to live happily is to make the most out of each and every situation. This scene is unusually quiet as to focus on Forrest's speech. The complete silence emphasizes Forrest's interpretation of destiny.
I don't know if Mama was right or if it's Lieutenant Dan. I don't know if we each have a destiny or if we're all just floating around accidental like on a breeze. But I think maybe it's both. Maybe both is happening at the same time.
However, soft music begins to play at the end.
I miss you, Jenny. If there's anything you need, I won't be far away.
This music is similar to the music played during the feather scene at the beginning of the movie. This effect connects Forrest's personal beliefs to the symbol of the feather. The feather returns at the end of the movie as Forrest watches his son ride to school. It flies away with the breeze, again symbolizing the unexplainable path of life. Ken Ralston, the visual effects supervisor, explains how there is no real feather in the shot. Instead, Ralston states that a very elaborately choreographed camera move takes place, and all the actors, the cars, everything had to be timed just right. The planning for the feather scene is ironic because the feather itself symbolizes the random path of life, yet the shot had to be meticulously planned. This ending parallels the beginning to reiterate life's ever-changing path, and that only by being resilient and seeking the best of every situation can one strive for happiness. Zemeckis defines the movie as a film that at its heart offers a human, life-affirming, hopeful story. Through Forrest's narration, the movie explains life's unpredictable nature, creating the authentic story Zemeckis describes.
The world will never seem the same once you've seen it through the eyes of Forrest Gump.
My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates.
You never know what you're gonna get.